Hello and welcome to Talk Black. I'm Brittany Leaphart. This week's episode marks 1 month since we launched the first show, and I am thrilled and thankful that you have joined me for this exciting ride. I can't thank you enough for your support. Well, let's get into this week's stories. Move out the way, Harry Houdini and David Copperfield. The magic happening at this summer's Olympics is way more powerful than anything you could ever conjure up. And by magic, I'm talking black girl magic. Olympians Simone Biles, Simone Manuel, Michelle Carter, and Jenny Arthur are breaking major records in a major way. U.S. gymnast Simone Biles is officially the greatest gymnast in the world after she became the first woman to win not 1, not 2, but 3 consecutive world titles earlier this year. The 19-year-old secured the title after taking home the gold medal for the women's individual all-around competition earlier this week. Standing at just 4'9", the gymnast is the first woman to win 3 consecutive world all-around titles and is the most decorated American female gymnast in world championship history, with a total of 14 medals, 10 of them gold. And the black girl magic isn't just on land, it's in the water too. Simone Manuel made history when she became the first African-American woman to medal in an individual swimming event. Not only did she place, she won the gold medal. Her win is particularly meaningful to the African-American community because for years we weren't allowed to go beyond the gates of public pools, much less swim in them. A little over 50 years ago, Simone couldn't have even stepped foot in the same pool as her teammates and many of the swimmers she swam against. So congratulations to you, Simone Manuel, and thank you for your dedication to your sport and for breaking a barrier that was yearning to be broken. Now, in her honor, if you are watching this and don't know how to swim, Google the closest facility that can teach you, and don't walk, run there. Congratulations are also in order for Michelle Carter, the first ever U.S. Olympic women's shot put gold medalist. Carter is the current American record holder in the event with a distance of 20.63 meters at this year's games. Way to take a successful shot at putting yourself in the record books. That was a little corny, right? It's too corny. Okay. And in the weight room, U.S. weightlifter and possessor of black girl magic, Jenny Arthur, just set a new American weightlifting record in Rio. Though she finished 6th and didn't medal, she broke a 10-year record by lifting a total of 535 pounds. That's amazing. These women are excellence personified, and we salute them for setting the bar high and paving the way for generations to come. And in national news, a 20-year-old black man in Raleigh was shot and killed by a white homeowner who felt threatened by the young man. The victim is Kouren-Rodney Bernard Thomas, and he was attending a party on Sunday when 39-year-old Chad Copley called 911 and said he was locked and loaded and going outside to confront a group of hoodlums. He also told the dispatcher that he was going outside to secure his neighborhood and that he was a neighborhood watchman and going to have the neighborhood meet these hoodlums out here racing up and down the street. A few minutes later, Copley was back on the phone explaining the aftermath of his actions, saying he fired a warning shot and someone was hit. That someone was Thomas. Upon arriving to the scene, officers found Thomas dying of a gunshot wound. He later died at a nearby hospital. Copley has been charged with first-degree murder in a case that is disturbingly similar to the 2012 shooting of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin. If convicted, Thomas could face the death penalty. A memorial was held on Tuesday in memory of Michael Brown, who lost his life 2 years ago. Residents in Ferguson, Missouri, closed down the road that Brown was killed on for 4.5 minutes. Each minute and a half representing the 4.5 hours his body was left lying on the ground by authorities. As you'll recall, 18-year-old Michael Brown was shot and killed by police officer Darren Wilson on August 9, 2014, after being accused of stealing cigarillos from a nearby convenience store. After multiple accounts surfaced of what exactly happened, a grand jury was called and given extensive evidence, but Officer Wilson was not indicted in the case. The shooting sparked unrest in Ferguson and much of the nation and was heavily protested by the Black Lives Matter movement. May Michael rest in peace. The funeral for world-renowned herbalist and natural healer Dr. Sebi was held on Thursday. 82-year-old Sebi was known for curing diseases deemed incurable such as AIDS, cancer, lupus, sickle cell anemia, epilepsy, and many others. He treated his patients with natural plants and herbs and gained notoriety for treating Michael Jackson, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Steven Seagal. Many pro-pharma companies and individuals targeted him for naturally curing his patients and sought to discredit and close his practice. On May 28, Dr. Sebi was arrested on his way back from California at a Honduran airport on money laundering charges, and he was held in deplorable conditions in a Honduran jail. It is believed those deplorable conditions and lack of adequate nutrition are what led to his death. His presence in the alternative medicine community will be missed, but his commitment to holistic health lives on through his team at Usha Healing Village in La Ceiba, Honduras. Tuesday marked what would have been Whitney Houston's 53rd birthday. Celebrities like Kelly Rowland and Whitney's mentee Brandy posted their birthday tributes to the woman affectionately known as The Voice. Basketball legend Michael Jordan donated $5 million to the National Museum of African American History and Culture this past week. Museum officials say Jordan's gift is the largest from a sports figure and pushes their donations to $548 million. The 19th Smithsonian Museum will feature exhibits on slavery, the civil rights movement, Black Lives Matter movement, and influential African Americans. It opens September 24th on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. with a ribbon-cutting ceremony led by President Obama. And remember the Today Show stylist who turned a naturalista's hair into a disaster? Well, she was given the chance to redeem herself and learn the correct way to style a sister's hair. Indian beauty blogger Deepika Mutyala was given a class on Natural Hair 101 by top beauty vloggers and natural hair enthusiasts Cammie Crawford, Akilah Hughes, and Tierra Monet. And I must say, the lighthearted video was the perfect recipe for redemption.
Hey guys! Today I'm going to show you how to style this model's hair in a minute.
Dude, wow! Don't do it! Oh, no.
I am here to learn all about how to style natural hair. Something I'm not very familiar with, and I want to learn all about it.
Conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah, and honestly, I am fully aware that I want to learn about it. I think it's just so beautiful.
You're a brown woman too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a high. 17. Yeah. Cute.
Yeah. And I have to thank all my amazing friends for being here, obviously.
The Stone Mountain, Georgia chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity gave a warm welcome to elementary school students on their first day of school. The Noops stood at the entrance of Shadow Rock Elementary School and cheered on the tiny scholars and their parents as they ventured into a new chapter of their academic careers. The Noops also donated 25 backpacks and school supplies for each kindergarten and pre-K class. Destiny's Child was infamous for switching members like a game of musical chairs. Now, they started out with Beyonce, Kelly, Latavia, and LaToya. Then they took out Latavia and LaToya and added Farrah and Michelle. Then Farrah left, leaving the remaining three, which were Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. Now, often seen as the weakest link, primarily because she isn't an original member, Michelle gets trolled pretty often by internet bullies and real-life bullies. But she clearly isn't letting it get her down and is allowing her sense of humor to help her laugh all the way to the bank. Take a look at the latest Foot Locker ad proving just that.
Draymond Green looking fresh in that Foot Locker gear, young fella.
Thank you, sir.
With all those MVPs on your team, you got to find a way to stand out. Trust me, I know.
You play?
You don't recognize me?
Yo, Horace Grant.
See?
He's right, you know.
Actually, I'm okay for right now. Draymond, would you care for something?
I don't work here. I'm Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child.
Oh.
Hey, you think you can introduce me to...
You better use that negativity to cash those checks, Michelle. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Talk Black. Again, thank you for your support during this first month. I look forward to bringing you the news for many years to come. And remember, in order to see the change, you must be the change. Have a great week.